Hi students, welcome to Chemistry Online. So today we are going to discuss some more gas laws and derivation of ideal gas equation. Okay, so here you have to know first, in previous class we discussed Boyle's law and Charles law. Now we are going to discuss Avogadro's law. Okay, Avogadro's law. Avogadro's law. This was proposed by Amedeo Avogadro. So, in this pressure, temperature, both are constants. Both are constants. Okay, or same. Same. Okay, at same temperature and pressure, the volume of all gases contains equal number of moles. If you take two gases, its volume is equal to its number of moles. Okay, then Avogadro's law means here equal volumes is equal to equal moles at a same temperature and pressure. So what I mean to say, volume is directly proportional to n number of moles. So V equal to K into n. So V by n equal to K, it is nothing but Avogadro's law. It is nothing but Avogadro's law. For volume is expanded, the number of moles also expanded. For expansion, V1 by N1 equal to V2 by N2. Okay, so this is Avogadro's law. At similar conditions of temperature and pressure, equal volumes of all gases contains equal number of moles. Here you have to know STP conditions. Okay, STP conditions means standard temperature and pressure. Okay, standard temperature and pressure. Here temperature equal to 273 kelvins, pressure equal to 1 bar, that is equal to 760 mm, that is equal to 76 centimeters, and at these conditions, so volume equal to 22.4 liters, this is equal to 22,400 milliliters, this is equal to 22,400 cc. So what I mean to say, at standard temperature and pressure, 1 mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liters. 1 mole of any gas at STP conditions at it is important note, it is important note, at STP conditions, at STP 1 mole of any gas occupies 1 mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liters. At STP 1 mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liters. So this is nothing but a gram molar volume. Okay, this was given by Avogadro. Next we are going to discuss very important, so that is nothing but a ideal gas. So first of all, you know ideal gas, the gas which obeys all gas laws, the gas which obeys all gas laws means Boyle's law, Boyle's, Charles and Avogadro, the gas which obeys all gas laws, Boyle's, next Charles and Avogadro's, is ideal gas. All gas laws at all concentrations at all conditions of temperature and pressure, at all temperatures and pressure, at all temperature and pressure, at all conditions. Okay, conditions, all temperature and pressure conditions is called ideal gas. The gas which obey all gas laws at all temperature and pressure conditions, okay, is called ideal gas. Now derivation of ideal gas. Derivation of ideal gas. How ideal gas equation is derived? So from these three gas laws, Boyle's law, Charles law and Avogadro's law. See, from Boyle's law, so temperature equal to constant, so the volume of given mass of gas is inversely proportional to its pressure. Then V equal to K by P, then PV equal to K. So it is nothing but a Boyle's law. So here I am taking only V is inversely proportional to 1 by P. So this is nothing but a equation 1. Okay, this is from Boyle's law. Next, from Charles law, okay, so here pressure equal to constant. What is constant? Pressure equal to constant. Then V is directly proportional to T. This is equation 2. what is Charles' law? Previously we discussed V is directly proportional to T. Then from Avogadro's law, so what is Avogadro's law? V is directly proportional to N. V is directly proportional to N. It is equation number 3. Understand? Ideal gas means the 3 laws I am taking: Boyle's law, Charles' law, Avogadro's law. On combining 1, 2 and 3 from 1, 2 and 3. Okay, then what happened? V. So V directly proportional to NT, inversely proportional to P, means NT by P. So for removing proportionality, keeping constant, then V equal to R NT by P, then PV equal to NRT. Okay, so here P equal to pressure of the gas, V equal to volume of the gas, and then N equal to number of moles, N equal to moles, then T equal to temperature. So R equal to universal gas constant, R equal to universal gas constant. Why it is called universal gas constant? Means R value is the same for all gases. So why it is called universal gas constant means R value is same for all gases. Okay, so how you will get R value means so from this R equal to PV by NT, R equal to PV by NT. If you substituted pressure, volume, N and T, then you will get R values. So R equal to 0.0821 liters. So liters into atmospheres. So it is a liter, it is atmosphere. Then mole inverse, it is a mole inverse. Next it is a Kelvin, temperature is a Kelvin inverse. Next 0 point means 82.1 milliliters atmosphere mole inverse into Kelvin inverse. These are units. So this is a pressure, it is atmosphere, volume, liter, N, moles, T, Kelvin. Okay, then this is equal to 8.314 joules mole inverse into Kelvin inverse. So here the product of P and V is work done. Work done means energy. Energy is measured in joules. So 8.314 joules mole inverse Kelvin inverse. This is equal to 8.314 into 10 power 7 ergs mole inverse into Kelvin inverse. Okay, this is equal to 1.987 calories mole inverse into Kelvin inverse. So all these are R values. Okay, so this is very important value. This is we are using generally. 8.314 joules mole inverse and Kelvin inverse. So it is a R values. Everyone should remember these are values, very important. It is in liters, it is in milliliters, it is in joules, it is in ergs, it is in calories. So this is derivation of ideal gas. Derivation of ideal gas. It is Avogadro's law. Understand? Very important. It is for 4 marks. It is very important derivation. 4 marks. Important. This is for 4 marks. Got it? Pressure, volume, number of moles, temperature. If you substitute, you will get these values. So you have to check these values coming or not at home. Next, Graham's law. Next, Graham's law. Next, one more topic we are going to discuss, that is Graham's law of diffusion. Graham's law of diffusion. So first of all, you know what is a diffusion. What is a diffusion? Diffusion means, if you take balloon, more and more air is filled, then what happened? Balloon is burst. When balloon is burst, what happened? Air is equally distributed in all directions. So that is nothing but a diffusion. Diffusion means spreading of the gas in all directions is called diffusion. Spreading of gas. Spreading of gas in all directions. In all directions. Okay, spreading of gas in all directions is called diffusion. Now you have to know rate of diffusion. Rate of a diffusion. Rate of diffusion means the volume of the gas diffused in 1 unit time. the volume of the gas, the volume of the gas diffused in 1 unit time is called rate of diffusion. So rate of diffusion is denoted by R. So R equal to V by T. So V means volume of the gas. So T means time of the gas. Time means volume of the gas diffused in 1 unit time. So it is nothing but a diffusion, rate of diffusion. Based on this rate of diffusion, Graham's proposed a law. That is nothing but a Graham's law. So we are going to discuss Graham's law. What is a Graham's law? Means the rate of diffusion of a gas R at constant temperature and pressure. Temperature, pressure are constant. Okay, at constant temperature and pressure, the rate of diffusion of a gas R is inversely proportional to square root of its density. Square root of its density. Okay, it is nothing but a Graham's law. It is nothing but a Graham's law. The rate of diffusion of a gas is inversely proportional to square root of its density. Okay. Next, here density is directly proportional to M. M means molar mass. Molar mass. Here D equal to density. Here density is directly proportional to molar mass. So we may write in the place of, this is equation 1. So we may write in the place of D M. Then so rate of diffusion R is inversely proportional to 1 by under root M. Okay, this is equation 2. Now M is directly proportional to, now M molar mass is directly proportional to Vd, means vapor density. Vapor density. Then in the place of M I am going to write Vd, and then R is inversely proportional to 1 by root Vd. This is equation 3. Okay, equation from 1 and 2 and 3. From equation 1, 2 and 3, then R is inversely proportional to 1 by root D and inversely proportional to 1 by root M and inversely proportional to 1 by root V D. Okay. Then this is a final simplification of Graham's law. This is a simplification of Graham's law. See, for two different gases, for two different gases, rate of diffusions are R1 comma R2. For two different gases, rate of diffusions are R1 comma R2. And then Graham's law is R1 by R2 is equal to under root D2 by D1, it is equal to under root M2 by M1 is equal to under root VD1 by VD2. Okay. So for two gases, this is one more form of Graham's law. So this one, this is simplification of Graham's law. Here you have to know R1, R2 are rate of diffusions, D1, D2 are densities, then M2, M1, M2 are molar masses, and then VD1 and VD2, VD1, VD2 are vapor densities. So this is briefly simplification of Graham's law. In the place of R1, you may substitute V1 by T1, then V2 by T2, then the law will be changes. So this is briefly Graham's law. What is the diffusion means? Spreading of gas in all directions is called diffusion. So rate of diffusion means the volume of the gas diffused in 1 second is called rate of diffusion. Okay, and then Graham's law. What is Graham's law means? At constant temperature and pressure, the rate of diffusion of a gas is inversely proportional to its density. So here D is directly proportional to M, molar mass. Then R is inversely proportional to 1 by root M. Again M is directly proportional to vapor density. So vapor density. Then R is, then what happened? R is inversely proportional to 1 by root D. From equation 1 and 2 and 3. So this is for one gas. Then for two gases, like this. Okay. So this is briefly about Graham's law. Very important question it is for 4 marks. It is a very important for 4 marks. Tomorrow we are going to discuss its applications and its problems on these and applications.